I can't write anywhere. The target for this stream is 100 likes, which is what we normally do. We'll be solving questions, but as again usual, before solving, I wanted to do a quant rush. Do let me know what is your highest in quant rush. That is the first thing. Second, let me know if you want me to select only arithmetic, or do you want me to select number systems, or do you want me to select all topics for the quant rush that we plan to do now. Good afternoon, Aitya. Okay. Good afternoon, Shubhang, Hariharan, Kiran. Okay. Do let me know which topics you want me to solve. The thing is, with respect to quant rush that I solve here, I will not be using pen and paper. I will try to solve it internally, but I would definitely want the help of chat. I want all of you to actually solve it when the question is displayed, and let me know in the chat what the answer is. I will also try to help you and guide you, but I won't be using pen and paper, so I will be like slightly handicapped. But that is the whole point, because I want you to solve more, and I don't particularly care if I solve or not. Okay, Tejas Patel is saying arithmetic, Shubhang is saying all topics, Aiti Murali is saying arithmetic. Do let me know, guys. Some of you others also let me know whether it is arithmetic, or because last time I think we did number systems. I'm okay with whatever you want. What I feel is number systems I can try to solve, or I can try to guess. I can solve using options. Arithmetic I would be very, very handicapped without a pen and a paper. Okay, only arithmetic. Many of you are saying, okay, arithmetic and number systems. Okay, I'll be removing algebra. I'll be removing geometry. Do you want me to keep P and C or not? Okay, many people are saying only arithmetic. Okay, let us go with only arithmetic. I'm removing this also. I'm removing this also. It is only arithmetic, and like I told you, in arithmetic, I definitely need help from the chat because I'm not using pen and paper. I'll try to give some clues about how to solve it. Those kind of things I'll tell you, but the answer has to come from chat, and whatever chat is suggesting, I'm going to put it when the time is running low. We'll do this for around 15-20 minutes. Last time we scored 32 in quant rush. This time let us try to score more. Again, most of it has to be done by you. So if you're ready, let us get started. This is in arithmetic. Okay, this is the first question. There are a group of students, 30 students. They went to canteen to buy snacks. They all together had 1860 with them. Okay. 1/3 of the students bought samosa worth ₹20, and remaining had vada pav costing ₹29 per serving. What is the value of the average money students have left with them? I think this is a fairly straightforward one. What I want you to do is figure out the total amount of money that has been used. 1/3 is 10 students bought ₹20, so that is 200. 20 students bought 29, so that is 580. 200 plus 580 is 780. From 1860, you remove 780. What are you going to get? I think you are going to get 1080 divided by 30. That should be 36, I think, the answer. Do let me know in the chat. Confirm it. We have time. You can try to solve it. Let me know. Just confirm that the answer is 30, and then I'm going to mark it. Please do like the stream also, guys. We have only 24 likes. We have around 70 people who are watching the stream live. I want to get to at least 100 likes before the stream ends. We have 1 minute left, 1.5 minutes. I think the answer is 36. Do confirm in the chat. Then I'm going to mark it and go to the next one. Yeah, Pranjal is saying 36. Cool. I'm waiting for another 2 or 3 guys to confirm that it is 36. Then I'll go to the next one. Okay, Ducel also is saying 36. Vedavardhan Guru, did I miss anything? No, man, this is the first thing that we're doing. I wanted to solve some quant rush for some time, and after that, go to the next one. Okay, Shubhang said 36. Kiran Sahu said 36. I think most likely 36 is correct. I'll just wait for one more guy to confirm it, and then I'll go to the next one. Hi, Karan Singh. Okay, Manan Patel also said 36. So let me mark 36 and go to the next one. We got 2 marks. We need to get to 32 was the last time score. I want to beat it. There are 2 cars, red and blue. They're moving towards each other from a point A and B. Okay. They will meet after 3 hours if red doubles the speed, and they will meet after 2.5 hours if B doubles the speed. What is the ratio of the speed of the red car and the blue car? Okay. So basically 2R plus B, if you're assuming that the speed of the red car is R and that of blue is B, 2r plus b is 1 by 3 and 2b plus r is 1 by 2.5. So you calculate the ratio. 2r plus b is 1 by 3, 2b plus r is 1 by 2.5. If you cross multiply, you should get an equation in b and r, and then you should get the answer. If you want me to solve it, 2.5 into 2b plus r is 5b plus 2.5r. Okay, 5b plus 2.5r is equal to 6r plus 3b. So 2b is equal to 3.5r. 2b is equal to 3.5. Maybe it is 4:7. Do confirm. 4:7. Okay, many of you got 4:7. Pranjal got 4:7. Aditya Singh got 4:7. Shubham got 4:7. Basically, you assume that the speed of the red car is r and speed of the blue car is b. Let the distance be s. So if the red car doubles its speed, the speed of the red car becomes 2r and the relative speed becomes 2r plus b. So s divided by 2r plus b is, s is the distance, is equal to 3. Similarly, s divided by 2b plus r is 2.5. You divide one by the other, you will get an equation in b and r. I think 4:7 is the correct answer. Pranjal Mishra again got it first. Aditya Singh, Shubhank, Kiran Sahu, somebody else also, some Ellen also got it, Ellen's account. Okay. So I'm going to mark 4:7. I want one more guy to confirm it. We have 33 likes. Please do like it, guys. We have 70 people watching the stream. One more person, if they can confirm that it is 4:7, I'll mark it and go to the next one. Yeah, Karan Singh also said 4:7. We have 4 marks. Let us try to get it. A shopkeeper buys 3 laptops at a certain price and marks up their prices to sell them. Okay. He further offers a discount of 23% on the first laptop, which results in a 10% profit. On the second laptop, he provides 25% discount, and on the third laptop, he further marks up the price by 30% and later gives a 30% discount. What is the overall profit percentage of the shopkeeper in selling the 3 laptops? Okay, very interesting. I think using the first one, we need to get a sense of the cost price with respect to whatever. Okay, let us assume the cost price is 100. We don't know what the mark price is. That I think is what we need to calculate using the first one. Okay, I think if the cost price is 100, selling price for the first one is 110. 110 is equal to 0.77 mark price. Or what will the mark price be? It will be 110 divided by 0.77. Dividing both by, that is 10 divided by 0.7. No, it won't be 10 divided by, it will be 100 divided by 0.7, which is 1000 by 7. The mark price is 1000 by 7. On the second laptop, he offers a 25% discount. So he is selling it at 750 by 7. And on the third laptop, he further marks it up by 30%. So it is 1000 by 7 into 1.3 and later gives a 30% discount. So 1000 by 7 into 1.3 into 0.7. So that 0.7 and this will get cancelled. So this is 1000 by 7 into 1.3 into 0.7 is, I think, 130. Third one he sells for 130. Okay. Second one he sells for 750 by 7. Okay. So he's getting 30 profit from the third one. From the second one he's getting 50 by 7. And from the first one he is getting 10. So that is 40 plus 50 by 7. 40 plus 50 by 7 is 330 by 7. 330 by 7 divided by 3 is 110 by 7. I think it is 15.71, which is the first option. Do let me know, guys. Yeah, Pranjal got it correct again. Very well done. Aiti Mulani also got 15.71. Good job. Kiran Sahu also got 15.71. Shubhang 15.71. Yeah, Poocha bhai, somebody wants to ask me a question. Pooch sakte ho. So I'm going to mark 15.71 and go to the next one, guys. Okay, we got 5 marks for this. Well done. Amit takes 1 hour less than Bindu to complete a project. If both of them work together, they can complete the job in 2 by 9 hours. Find the time taken by Amit to complete the project if he works around. This I think is an easy question. Should be definitely solvable. So this is 20 by 9. So 1 by x plus 1 by x plus 1 is 9 by 20. So it is 4 and 5, I think. I think it is 4 hours. Amit takes 1 hour less. Please confirm that option is, correct answer is option 4. I will solve it and go to the next one. Yeah, Atimulan. Obviously, I think using pen and paper, it gets faster. But yeah, do solve it, man. This is for you, not for me. I want you guys to solve it faster than me and help me in answering this. I think the answer for this is option D. Let me know, confirm. The price of the crash course. Somebody wants the price of the crash course. Please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. They will let you know the prices of crash courses. I basically don't interact too much with the sales team. They are their own team, their own division. I focus mostly on teaching. So yeah, this is option D, 4 hours. Yeah, we got another 5. Okay, guys, this is the next question. Try to solve it. एंटरटेनमेंट शॉर्ट्स एंड वीडियो. सर, इंडिया में प्रोटेस्ट होने के बाद मोदी सर ने वीडियो डाला, आप क्या बोलना चाहोगे? या आई वुड वांट यू टू फोकस ऑन कैट इफ यू वांट माय ओपिनियन. ये जो डिस्ट्रैक्शंस होते हैं ना, काफी होंगे. Cat is 4 months away. That is what I would want my students to focus on, because there are so many things that will happen all across the world. You focus on your career, you focus on things which are important to you. Anybody I feel who is preparing for CAT seriously, I would say switch off from all the noise and focus on CAT. In general, when people like ask me ki aap iske bare mein bolo, uske bare mein bolo, I just feel they are distracted and they are distracting everybody else. Like for example, right now I'm focused on solving this question. I want to teach properly, I want to conduct a stream, which I think is my duty, and that is what I want to do. Your duty as a student is to prepare well for the exam that you are preparing for. An amount was lent to A. Okay, guys, try to solve this. At the rate of 20% per annum, compounded semi-annually. So this is, interest rate is 10%, compounded basically annually if you are looking at it as T by 2. After a year, A paid back 8,400 and the lender charged the rate of interest to 20% per annum, compounded annually. Okay. 2 years later, A paid 57,600 and the debt was paid off. How much money did A borrow? Okay, many people are saying 40,000. I couldn't solve it, guys, but I'm trusting you. Pranjal, Kiran Sahu and Shweta. I think you answered many of the questions correctly, so I'm trusting you completely. I didn't solve it. I'm just going to go with 40,000, right? That's what you said. Okay, cool. Okay, we are on a roll, man. We got 19. The moment we cross 32, I'm going to stop it. So try to solve this question. A trader sells a French coffee mix for 3,000 per kg. He prepares the mixture by mixing coffee and chicory. Okay. He makes a profit of 15% when he mixes the coffee and the other one at 7:3. Whereas the profit goes down to 10% if he mixes them in the ratio of 1:3. Find the ratio of the cost price per kg of coffee to. Okay. I think this is fine. Basically, if you assume that price of coffee is A and price of the chicory is B, when they're mixed in the ratio of 7:3, the price will be 7A plus 3B by 10. And if they're mixing in the ratio of 1:3, this is B:A. Don't forget, don't make that mistake, guys. If you are solving using pen and paper, this ratio is coffee is to chicory. This ratio is chicory is to coffee. So they are inverted. So this is B is to A. So that will be 3A plus B by 4. What we basically have is 7A plus 3B by 10 divided by 3A plus B by 4. That ratio is 115 is to 110. Okay, Pranjal got 7:2. Well done, man. You solved it pretty quick. I want 2 other people to confirm. If they confirm, I'm going to go ahead and put it. Alan is saying study room is the best. Okay, I know, man. Many people actually really love the study room. A lot of people are actually solving daily tests on study room. Many of them are actually using the Quant test also. I think this Quant test feature also is pretty good. Okay, Pranjal got 7:2. Kiran Sahu got 7:2. I'm waiting for another 1 or 2 guys to confirm 7:2. Then I'm just going to mark it. I was not able to solve it. I think to solve it, you will definitely need pen and paper. Without pen and paper, I think it is tough. Guys, please do like the stream. We have 41 likes. I want to get to at least 50 likes before starting it. Only 2 people got this answer, Pranjal and Kiran. I want at least 1 or 2 more guys to confirm that it is 7:2. Then I'm going to mark it. Pranjal is saying, sir, I was not aware of Cracku before, got enrolled somewhere else. Yeah, I know, man. Many people actually tell me that. We are a very small company, so we don't have the marketing budget to like really put our name out or market a lot. So many people actually tell us that, sir, I enrolled somewhere else and later on I got to know of Cracku, which is fine. What I would tell you is, if you like Cracku, if you like whatever you're using in Cracku, whether it is daily targets or study room or the live sessions, please do share it with your friends because that will help us grow. Like I mentioned earlier, we are a pretty small company as compared to many of the other big competitors. But word of mouth is how we actually reach more students. So if you do like Cracku, please share some good word with your friends. That will help us quite a lot. Okay, Aman got 7:3. Shubhang got 7:2. But 7:3 is not there, man. So I'm assuming it is 7:2. 7:3 is not one of the options. I'm going to go with 7:2. Many people got it correct. And yeah, it is correct. We got 26, man. I need 7 more marks. Then I'm going to start the quant rush. Shweta also got 7:2. Kiran's house. Sir, actually, I want to buy Cracku mocks. Okay, Kiran. I will actually ask my team to post the link for the cat mocks. Or you can call us on this number. Or send us a WhatsApp. This number is 6303 239 This is our support number. They will actually get in touch with you. Whether you're looking for the crash course, which somebody wanted to buy in the chat, or whether you're looking for cat mocks or any of the OMET mocks, do send us a message or call us on this number 6303 239 I don't know whether you can see this number or not. Yeah, 6303 239 Okay, guys, please do help me. Pranjal, Kiran, Shweta, Shubhang, all of you guys who are solving this. We have 53 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like it. Each day Ravi makes a certain number of puris. 20% of the puris get spoiled before Ravi can sell them, and hence he throws them away. Of the remaining puris, Ravi sells X% of the puris by marking up the price by 30%, and he marks up the price of the rest of the puris by 10%. He managed to break even. What is the ratio of the puris he sells at 30% profit to the number of puris he sells at 10% profit? Pranjal got it at 3:1. You're solving very well, Pranjal. I'm actually pretty impressed. You're getting most of the answers correct within like 1.5 minutes. I think that bodes very well for you. Continue to practice like that. But as usual, I'm waiting for 2 more people to confirm the answer that it is 3:1. Once they confirm, then I'm going to mark it. I can try to solve it, but it feels like a very lengthy one. 20% of them get spoiled before Ravi can sell them and throws away. So basically, he makes 100 puris. He sells 80 puris. Of the 80 puris, he sells X% of the puris by marking up at 30%. Okay, and the rest he marks up by 10%. And he manages to break even. Okay. Basically, then he is selling the profit percentage on this 80 is 25%. Okay. I think this is fine. So 30 and 10, he is mixing them and he's getting 25%. So the ratio is, this is 30, this is 10, this is 25. I think it is 3:1. Yeah, okay, fine. I think it is 3:1. Well done. Okay, we need to get, I think, 1 more question correct. Then we will get it done. Sarthak also got it. Aman got it. Kiran got it. Entertainment, shorts and videos also got it. Last question. I hope you get it correct. If you get it correct, we will cross 32, which was our score last week. And then we can go to the session for today. There is train T which leaves station X for Y at 3 p.m. Okay. Train S traveling at 3/4 of the speed of T leaves Y for X at 4 p.m. Okay. So there are 2 stations. They are moving. Okay. The trains pass each other at station Z, where the distance between X and Z is 3/5 the distance between X and Y. Okay, interesting. How many hours does train T take for its journey from X to Y? Viraj is saying लेट नहीं, वो सब अभी छोड़ दो, अभी जितना टाइम बाकी है उसको अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करो, क्योंकि अगर लेट हो गए तो भी अभी कुछ कर नहीं सकते। वी हैव लाइक 4 मंथ्स, वो 4 मंथ्स को अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करो, अच्छे से यूज करो, प्रैक्टिस करो, अच्छे से सॉल्व करो। दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड बी लुकिंग इट। So okay, let the speed of t be 4 4 v, s will be 3v. They meet at z with the distance between. Okay, I think you can calculate it. I think this guy did 3. You can first calculate the time at which they meet. I think once they calculate the time at which they meet, you should be able to get it. Okay, many people got 15 correct. Aman Chaudhary got 15, Kiran Sahu got 15. I'm ticking with 15, man. Pranjal also got 15. I'm entering 15. I'm hoping that we are crossing 32. If we cross 32, then I'll stop the test. Yeah, we got 35. Well done, guys. All of you have helped me cross. Next time when we do the puzzle rush, let us try to cross 35. Very well done. I'm actually pretty happy. Like you can see, if you are solving puzzle rush, you will be solving this quant rush. You'll be solving a lot of questions, and automatically your speed improves. Automatically, you will try to solve questions faster and faster. You'll also try to use the options to get the questions correct. All these are interesting qualities that you can have when you're trying to do well in the examination. So yeah, with that being said, let us start today's session. Before starting the session, please do subscribe to the channel. Guys, one of the things that my team requests me is, because many of us are working on Saturdays, and one of the things that they really want is the number of subscribers to increase. Like somebody said, I think Pranjal said that he didn't know about Cracku, and when he first started his preparation. The reason for that is we are a pretty small company. The number of subscribers, if we can increase, our voice will be louder. More people will get to know us. If not this year, at least next year. That in turn will help us reach more students. So please do subscribe to this channel. There are a list of videos which I can tell you later, which will help you quite a lot. And we plan to conduct this kind of live sessions every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. from now till CAT. The notification of CAT also is expected in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So this is the right time for you to seriously start your CAT preparation. Please do subscribe to the channel and please do help us out. This is the first question, guys. Try to solve it. This is an easy question. You have 2 minutes. Ellen, I appreciate your efforts, sir. I always try to replicate that while studying, though always fall behind the mark, but still. I think you should always try. Your results are not in your hands, but your efforts are 100% in your hands. And in general also, I tell my team, I tell my children, I tell anybody who asks me for any advice that you have to control the controllables. Whatever is in your hands, you try to do it. Whatever efforts that you can put in. Results are unfortunately not always in our hands. Most of the time, they're not in our hands. Having said that, if the inputs are correct, most of the times the output also will be correct. So focus on the inputs, and inputs are mostly in your hands. I think many of you got the correct answer. We still have, I think, 10 seconds left. After the time is up, I'm going to solve the question. I'm also going to give a shout out to everybody who got it correct. Okay, let us try to solve this question. Work done by P in 1 day is double the work done by Q in 1 day, and work done by Q is thrice the work done by R in 1 day. So let us assume that in 1 day, the amount of work done by R is 1 unit. The amount of work done by Q is 3 times the work done by R in one day. So the amount of work done by Q is 3 units. And work done by P is twice the or double the work done by Q in one day. So the amount of work done by P is 6 units. If P, Q and R, if all of them are working together, they can finish a job in 30 days. So if all 3 of them are working together, the amount of work done in one day will be 1 plus 3 plus 6, which is 10 units. So they're doing 10 units of work every day and they finish the job in 30 days. So the total work that needs to be done is equal to 10 into 30, which is equal to 300 units. If 300 units of work has to be done, P alone is doing 6 units of work every day. So the time taken by P will be 300 divided by 6, which is equal to 50 days. So the answer for this question is option D. Let me give a shout out to everybody who got this correct before going to the next question. Many people got it correct. Well done. Harshit, Pranjal, Shubhang, Aman, Shreya, Vijayendra Gupta, Mohit, Kiran, Hariharan, Vedavardhan, Sandeep, Vedantika, Shweta, and Aman. If I missed out on any name, I'm sorry, but let us try to go to the next question. This is the second question. I think this also is an easy question. So we have only 2 minutes for it. Try to solve it, guys. I think Avantika also got the earlier question correct. Well done. Try to solve this. We have 50 likes, 80 people are watching. Please like the stream. Our target likes is 100. So 50 more likes needed. Okay, let us try to solve this question, guys. There are 2 pipes, P and Q. They can fill a tank in 20 hours and 25 hours respectively. A third pipe, R, can empty the tank in 30 hours. So P can fill a tank in 20 hours. Q can fill a tank in 25 hours. And R can empty the tank in 30 hours. So I'm going to put it as minus 30 hours. Now this is the time that they take to fill and empty. What is more important instead of the time that they're taking is how much they fill in unit time, which is basically what we call efficiency. To calculate or to understand how much they fill in unit time, we need to have an idea of the volume of the tank. The volume of the tank is not given. So let us assume that volume of tank is the LCM of 20, 25 and 30. The LCM of 20, 25 and 30 is 300. So let us assume that it is 300 liters. We can assume this volume to be any number. If you assume this to be a multiple of 20, 25 and 30, many of the calculations become easy because we won't be having fractions. So what is the volume that is filled by in 1 hour? what is the volume filled by P? P fills 300 liters in 20 hours. So in 1 hour, P fills 15 liters. Q fills 300 liters in 25 hours. So in 1 hour, Q fills 12 liters. Similarly, R empties 300 liters in 30 hours. So in 1 hour, R will empty 10 liters. Initially, all three of them are open. All the three pipes are open for 10 hours. So if they're all open in 1 hour, what is the amount of volume that is filled? It is 15 plus 12 minus 10, which is 17 liters. So every hour, all the three pipes are open, 17 liters are filled in. So in 10 hours, the total volume that is filled is 170 liters. What is the volume remaining? Volume remaining will be 300 minus 170, which is 130 liters. And this 130 liters is being filled by P and Q, because now R is closed. If R is closed, the only two which are being open are P and Q. And P and Q will fill 15 plus 12, which is 27 liters. Every hour they will be filling 27 liters. So the time that it takes for them to fill the remaining will be 130 divided by 27. And initially they were open for 10 hours. This is the 10 hours where all three pipes are open. This is the time where only P and Q are open. So the total time is 10 plus 130 by 7, which is 400 by 27 hours. Because 10 times 27 is 270. 270 plus 130 is 400. So the answer for this question is option B, which is 400 by 27. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got it correct. Pranjal Mishra, Aman Keshri, Aman Chaudhary, Kiran Sahu, Yashwardhan, Shubhang, Vedavardhan, Akshay Jain, Vedantika, Harshit, Chris, Khushi, Shobhit, and Kishore Singh. Let us go to the next one. This also, okay, I gave 2 minutes for this. Okay, this is a lengthy question, man. I should have given some more time. So I'll actually give you some more time for this. Although it is just 2 minutes here, I'll give you maybe 3 minutes for this. Try to solve it. Sir, I've recently started a chemical agents business, leveraging my family's business background. At the same time, I'm considering taking CAT exam as I've already good grasp on the basics. So I'd mainly need to revise them thoroughly. That way I'll gain work experience while preparing for CAT, which I believe will strengthen my profile. What do you think about this plan? I think it's a good plan. I have no problem with it. Like I told you earlier, the only thing I would tell you is you have to accumulate the work ex. It should not happen that you are working somewhere unofficially where you don't get the certificate. Those kind of things, you should put an end to it. Whatever you're doing, plan ahead such that you are actually going to gain the work ex. That I think is very important in your particular case. Otherwise, I know you put in a lot of effort in your CAT preparation. So I think you will do well if you prepare again properly. Okay, I think the time is up. Let us try to solve this question. A firm has tractors of models A, B, C, and D. 4 tractors, 2 of model B and one each of model C and D. Okay. Plough a field in 2 days. Let us assume that the work it takes to plough a field is 1 unit. That is, let us assume that total work that needs to be done in ploughing a field is 1 unit. Now 4 tractors, 2 of model B, 1 of C and 1 of D, they can finish the job in 2 days. The total work that needs to be done is 1 unit. They're taking 2 days to finish it. So what is the work done in 1 day? Work done in 1 day is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is equal to 2 times the work done by B, because there are 2 models of B, plus 1 model of C and D. So 2B plus C plus D is equal to 1 by 2. 2 models of A and 1 model of C takes 3 days to do this job. So 2 times A plus C, it can finish the job in 3 days. So in 1 day, how much work is being done? 1 by 3 amount of work is being done every day. 2 models of A, 1 model of C takes 3 days to finish this job. 3 tractors, that is 1 of A, B and C, take 4 days to finish the same task. A, B and C, if they're working, how much work is done in 1 day? A plus B plus C, they're taking 4 days to finish the job. So in 1 day, they'll be doing 1 by 4 units of work. We are required to calculate how long it will take if the team is made of 4 tractors of different models. What we are required to calculate is what is the value of A plus B plus C plus D. That is, if the 4 tractors are working together, how much work will they do in 1 day? Once we calculate it, we can calculate how many days they will take to finish the job. But let us first calculate what is the work done per unit time by all the 4 tractors together. That is A plus B plus C plus D. That is what we need to calculate. We have 3 equations. Let us try to get a sense of it. If you are subtracting from the second equation, the third equation, C will get cancelled, 1A will get cancelled, we will be left with A minus B is equal to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 12. If you are subtracting from the second equation, the first equation, what you are going to get is 2A minus 2B minus D is equal to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, or 2 times A minus B minus D is equal to minus 1 by 6. But A minus B is 1 by 12. 2 times A minus B is 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 minus D is equal to minus 1 by 6. Or the value of D is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 3. We are required to calculate the value of A plus B plus C plus D. What we are required to calculate is A plus B plus C plus D is equal to what? B is, we know that A minus B is 1 by 12. So B is equal to A minus 1 by 12. From here, we know that B is equal to A minus 1 by 12. So what we are required to calculate is A plus A minus 1 by 12 plus C plus the value of D is, we have calculated 1 by 3. So what we are required to calculate is 2A plus C plus what is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 12? 1 by 3 minus 1 by 12 is 1 by 4. But we know the value of 2A plus C. 2A plus C is 1 by 3. So this is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, which is equal to 7 by 12. So all 4 of them, if they're working together, in 1 day, they will be doing 7 by 12 units of work. The total work that needs to be done, like we know, is 1 unit. And every day they're doing 7 by 12 units of work. So the time taken will be 1 divided by 7 by 12, which is equal to 12 by 7 days. So the answer for this particular question is option D. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got this correct. Pranjal, Aman, Kiran Sahu, Vedavardhan, Akshay Jain, Aman Chaudhary, Sandeep Kumar, Khushi, Harshit and Yashwardhan. Let us look at the next one, guys. Try to solve it. This is an easy one. I hope many of you get it correct. We have 75 people who are watching the stream live. We have 67 likes. We need 33 more likes. And it is a personal request. Please subscribe to the channel. I know it feels like subscribing is not a big deal, but for us, it actually matters quite a lot. So please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. Sir, can we do using LCM method? I think you can solve it using LCM method also. Should not be an issue. Okay, guys, time is up. Let us try to solve this question. A cop sees a thief fleeing at a distance of 120 meters and he starts chasing him. A train of length 300 meters running in the opposite direction as that of the thief and the cop crosses the thief in 15 seconds and the police in 10 seconds. How many seconds after spotting the thief will the cop catch the thief? So this is basically, this is the thief. Let the speed of the thief be t. Is going this side, and this is the cop. Let the speed of the cop be c meter per second. He's going this side. This is c meter per second. This is the speed of the cop. The speed of the thief is t meter per second. The distance is 120 meters between them. And now we have a train. What is the length of the train? We don't know. Let us assume that the length of the train is L meters. What is the speed of the train? Again, we don't know. Let it be s meter per second. Now the train, this is the train. The train crosses the cop in 10 seconds and the thief in 15 seconds. If you're looking at the train and the thief, the relative speed of the thief as compared to the train is s plus t. So the time taken is L divided by s plus t is equal to 15 meter per second. Do we know the length of the train? The length of the train, length of the train is given. Length of the train is 300 meters. So here we can actually say that this is 300 meters. So 15 is equal to 300 divided by s plus t. Or the value of s plus t is equal to 300 divided by 15, which is equal to 20 meter per second. Similarly, if you're looking at the train and the cop, the relative speed of the train and the cop is s plus c. So 300 divided by s plus c is 10 meter per second. Or the value of s plus c is 300 divided by 10, which is 30 meter per second. From this, if you are subtracting this, C minus T is 10 meter per second. What this implies is that the cop is 10 meter per second faster than the thief. And the distance between them is 120 meters. So the time it takes for the cop to catch the thief will be 120 divided by C minus T. But we know C minus T. C minus T is 10 meter per second. So this will be 12 seconds. So the answer for this particular question is option D, which is 12 seconds. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got this correct. Sarthak, Shubhang, Pranjal, Khushi, Aman, Chaudhary, Aman Keshri, Shreya, Harshit and Dhanush. Guys, we are launching a new batch on Monday. If you are interested in enrolling to the crash course, I think somebody asked us about the details of the crash course at the start of the session. You can call us on this number 6303 239042, or you can just Google search Cracku Cat Crash Course. Once you Google search Cracku Cat Crash Course, you will go to the link which contains the crash course and you'll get all the details about the course. The course will have weekly revision. It will have one-to-one mentorship. We have a very good team of mentors who will help you in understanding where you're lagging and how you can improve. We also have daily live classes in the evening from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. I take the daily live class on Monday and Sayali takes the live class on Thursday. In the other days, we have excellent faculty who will help you improve quite a lot. And we have a daily schedule which will tell you what are the videos that you have to watch on a given day, what are the questions that you have to solve. And this also entails the access to the Cracku study room, Cracku daily targets and Cracku mocks. I think this is a very good course which will help you do well and make the best use of the remaining 3 months, remaining maybe 4 months. Let us look at the next question. Again, if you have any doubts about it, you can just Google search Cracku Cat Crash Course. You'll go to the page, or you can just contact us on this number 6303 239 042. I think this is an easy question. Try to solve it, guys. Okay, the time is up for this question. Let us try to solve it. There is an inlet pipe which fills an empty tank in 3 hours and an outlet pipe which fills a full tank in 4 hours. An assembly of 3 inlet and n outlet pipes can fill an empty tank in 4 hours. Find the value of n. So an inlet pipe can fill a tank in 3 hours. An outlet pipe can empty a tank in 4 hours. We have the time it takes to fill and empty a tank. we don't know how much water they fill in one particular hour. So let us assume that volume of the tank is the LCM of 3 and 4. What is the LCM of 3 and 4? It is 12 liters. So if you assume that the volume is 12 liters, in 1 hour, what is the water filled by the inlet tank? Inlet pipe fills 12 liters in 3 hours. So in 1 hour, it will fill 4 liters. And an outlet pipe, in 4 hours, it fills 12 liters, or it empties 12 liters. So in 1 hour, it will empty 3 liters. Now we are told that there are 3 inlet pipes and n outlet pipes. So the total amount of water that is filled by them in 1 hour will be 3 into, there are 3 inlet pipes, so this is 3 into 4 minus n into 3. This is the total amount of water that is filled, because 3 inlet pipes will fill 3 into 4, n outlet pipes will empty n into 3. This is the amount of water that is filled in 1 hour. Now they can fill an empty tank in 4 hours. The volume of the tank is 12 liters. This assembly is filling this 12 liters in 4 hours. So in 1 hour, they will be filling 3 liters. So 12 minus 3n is equal to 3, or 3n is equal to 9, or n is equal to 3. So the number of outlet pipes is equal to 3, which is option C. Again, let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got this correct before going to the next question. Manav, Dhruv, Vasantan, Ramesh, Prem, Sarthak, Hariharan, Aman Chaudhary, Mohit Kaushik, Khushi, Aman Keshri, Pratik, Sandeep, Shubhang, Krishna, Vedavardhan Guru, and Srijit. Let us go to the next one. This is an interesting question. Try to solve it. We have 83 people who are watching the stream live. We have 88 likes. I just need 12 more likes to cross 100. Please like the stream, guys. Fruits were purchased for rupees 350. 9 boys ate 3/5 of them in 2 hours. 6 boys feel their stomach is full and don't eat any further. In how many hours will the remaining fruits be consumed by the remaining boys? Okay. 3/5 of the fruits were eaten. So let us assume that total fruits that were bought is 5f. So what is the number of fruits eaten? 3/5 of them were eaten. So the fruits eaten is 3F. 9 boys ate 3F fruits in how much time? In 2 hours. 9 boys ate 3F fruits in 2 hours. So one boy, each of these 9 boys ate 3F by 9 fruits in 2 hours. 9 boys ate 3F fruits in 2 hours. So each one of the 9 boys ate 3F by 9 fruits in 2 hours. What is 3F by 9? This is F by 3. So each boy ate F by 3 fruits in 2 hours. So each boy ate F by 6 fruits every hour. Now 3F fruits are eaten. So fruits remaining is 2F. Total fruits is 5F. 3F of them are eaten, so 2F is remaining. These 2F have to be consumed by who? They have to be consumed by, out of the 9 boys, 6 boys are full. So only 3 boys are eating. And they have to eat 2F fruits. One boy eats F by 6 fruits every year. So 3 boys eat 3F by 6 fruits every year. One boy is eating F by 6 fruits every year. So 3 boys will eat 3 times as much, which is 3F by 6 fruits. What is 3F by 6 fruits? 3F by 6 is F by 2. So 3 boys will eat F by 2 fruits every year. The number of fruits that is remaining is 2F. So time taken will be 2F, which is the fruits to be eaten, divided by F by 2, which is the number of fruits that are being eaten every year. 2F divided by F by 2 is 4 hours. So the time taken is 4 hours. So the answer for this particular question is option D, which is 4 hours. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got it correct before going to the next one. Pratik, Mohit, Manav, Sarthak, Prem, Krishna, Harshit, Sandeep Kumar, Chris, Khushi, and Vedvardhan Guru. Let us go to the next one, guys. Okay, this I think is a slightly lengthy question, so I've given you 3 minutes to solve it. We hit our target of 100 likes. 85 people are watching the stream. Very well done, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We'll be doing this kind of live sessions every Saturday. From 2 to 4 p.m. we will be doing the live sessions. Last week we did a very good live session on LRDA. You can check it out. Probably next week again we'll be doing a LRDA session. Definitely do tune in for it. Okay, let us try to solve this question. There are three workers, they're working together and they need 1 hour to construct a wall. The first worker working alone can construct the wall twice as fast as the third worker and can complete the task an hour sooner than the second worker. Then the average time taken by the three workers working alone to construct the wall is. So we have three workers. This is worker 1. This is worker 2. And this is worker 3. We are given a sense of the times that they have taken. So if you are looking at the time taken, if you assume that the time taken to complete the task by worker 1 alone is say x hours. The time taken by worker 3 is 2x because we are told that the first worker working alone can construct the wall twice as fast as the third worker. If he is constructing it twice as fast, the time taken will be half. And he can complete the task 1 hour sooner than the second worker. So if the first worker is taking x hours, the second worker will take x plus 1 hours. Now all three of them working together, they can finish the task in just 1 hour. What this would imply is the fraction of the work done by worker 1 in 1 hour will be 1 by x. Because worker 1 takes x hours to finish the job. So in 1 hour, what is the fraction of the job done by worker 1? If he's taking x hours to finish the entire task, in 1 hour he'll be doing 1 by x. Similarly, worker 2 takes x plus 1 hours to finish the job. So in 1 hour, he will do 1 by x plus 1. Worker 3 takes 2x hours to finish the job. So in 1 hour, he will be doing 1 by 2x. So worker 1 in 1 hour does 1 by x. Worker 2 in 1 hour does 1 by x plus 1. And worker 3 in 1 hour will do 1 by 2x. All three of them will finish the job in 1 hour. So essentially the sum of all of them is equal to 1. Now you are going to get a quadratic equation if you are simplifying it. 1 by x plus 1 by 2x is 3 by 2x plus 1 by x plus 1 is equal to 1. So 3x plus 3 plus 2x is equal to 2x into x plus 1. We are just cross multiplying. So 5x plus 3 is equal to 2x square plus 2x, or 2x square minus 3x minus 3 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. We can calculate the value of x. X is equal to 3 plus or minus square root of b square, which is 9, plus 4 times 2 into 3, which is 24, divided by 2 times 2, which is 4. This will be 3 plus or minus square root of 33 by 4. X is the time it takes to finish the job, so x cannot be negative. So it cannot be 3 minus square root of 33 by 2, 33 by 4. So x has to equal 3 plus square root of 33 by 4. This is the time taken by the first worker. The time taken by the second worker is x plus 1. This will be equal to 7 plus square root of 33 by 4, and 2x, which is the time taken by the third worker, will be 6 plus 2 square root of 33 by 4. And the sum of all of them, which is the total time taken by them, will be the sum of all of them, which will be by 4. 3 plus 7 plus 6 is 16, plus root 33, 2 root 33, which is 4 root 33. So the total time taken by all of them is 4 plus square root of 33. This is the total time taken. What we are asked to calculate is not the total time that is taken, but the average time. The average time taken by the three workers when working alone will be 4 plus square root of 33 by 3, which is option A. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got it correct before going to the next one. Shweta, Aman Chaudhary, Harshit, Manav Goyal, Prem, Muskan, Jay Jindal, and Aman Keshri. Okay, guys, try to solve it. This is not a very difficult question. I think I've given 3 minutes, but you should try to solve it before that. Okay, guys, let us try to solve this question. So in this question, we are told that there are two small insects. They are x meters apart and take u minutes to pass each other when they are flying towards each other, and v minutes to meet each other when they are flying in the same direction. Then the ratio of the speed of the slower insect to that of the fast insect is. So let us assume that this is the first insect and this is the second insect. This distance is given. This I think is x meters. This distance is x meters. This is the first insect. Let us assume that this is I1 and this is I2. Let us assume that I1 is faster than I2. Let the speed of I1 be S1. It is coming towards I2 and this is S2. This is the second insect. Both of them are coming towards each other. The time it takes for them to meet each other will be x divided by S1 plus S2. This we are told is equal to U. But suppose they are flying away from each other. Suppose S2 is going like this. Then now the relative speed will be S1 minus S2. So the time it takes for them to meet each other is x minus S1, x divided by S1 minus S2 is V. Because if they're going in the same direction, the time it takes for them to meet is V minutes. Using these two, we need to calculate the ratio of S1 and S2. So let us take the reciprocal of both the equations. S1 plus S2 is by x is equal to U, or S1 plus S2 is equal to Ux. Similarly, if you take the reciprocal of the second one, S1 minus S2 by X is equal to V. Again, if we cross multiply, S1 minus S2 is equal to Vx. You can solve both of them. If you add both the equations, we are going to get 2S1, that is adding both of them, is equal to U plus V into X. If you subtract one equation from the other, you are going to get 2S2. This will be U minus V by X. If you are looking for the ratio of S2 by S1, if you divide the second equation by the first equation, S2 divided by S1 is equal to U minus V divided by U plus V. This is the ratio of the slower insect to the faster insect. Which I think is this one. Maybe I made some mistake with respect to U and V. If you take S1 by S2 is S1, oh, this is 1 by U and 1 by V. Let me solve it again so that there's no confusion. So if I'm taking the reciprocal of the first equation, I'm going to get S1 plus S2 divided by X is actually equal to 1 by U. And if I'm taking the reciprocal of the second one, I'm going to get S1 minus S2 divided by X is equal to 1 by V. Now if you again cross multiply, S1 plus S2 is equal to X by U, and S1 minus S2 is equal to X by V. Again, like in the earlier case, just add both of them up. So if you're adding both of them, you're going to get 2S1 is equal to X by U plus X by V, which is equal to X into U plus V divided by UV. And if you subtract one equation from the other, 2S2 is equal to X by U minus X by V, which is X into V minus U by UV. We are required to calculate the ratio of S2 by S1. So S2 by S1 will be equal to V minus U divided by V plus U, which is option C. Let me quickly give a shout out to everybody who got this correct, and then I'll hand it over to Sayali. People who got it correct are Prem, Khushi, Aman Chaudhary, Manav Goyal, Shubhang, Mohit, Pratik, Hemant, Rosh, Harshit, Muskan, Aman Keshri, Krishna, Sarthak, Yashwadhan, Jai Jindal, Vedavardhan Guru, Shweta, Srijit, and Akshay. Well done, guys. Like I always say, please do like the stream. The more likes, the better.
We have to do.
Quant rush.
Yes.
Ask chat.
Okay, guys, do you want to do quant rush before we start with the averages, mixtures, and all? You guys want us to do one quant rush? Let us know. How do you get to quant rush?
Let us see if chat knows.
Okay.
Which topic?
Okay. Let us know if you want quant rush and which topic in quant rush. And the rules are no pen and paper, and we have to also tell which topic in quant rush, and you guys have to help me because I'm not allowed to use pen and paper. We'll put the link to Quant rush. If you just search for Cracku Quant rush, you will get it also. Google search for that. Or we'll put the link also in the chat box. Yeah. Topic? Which topic, guys? Just let me know quickly so that we'll start Quant rush.
And then I want to solve number system.
Arithmetic, okay.
One arithmetic.
Okay. If no pen and paper, then definitely. Arithmetic is difficult with pen and paper, but okay, let's try. We'll try with without pen and paper arithmetic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. But then you guys have to help me, okay? Because I don't have pen and paper. In a company, the average salary of the boys, this average salary of all the employees is this. There are 80 boys in the company, and average salary of the girls is this. What is the number? Okay.
Yeah, I think
this is 10 and 8. So
4:1. 20 girls.
4
Guys, please.
1 or 16? No, then no. How many girls are
Average
there?
salary of boys is 50.
80 boys in the company. Then there are 20 girls. Okay.
Let the chat confirm it, please.
Okay.
Please. Okay.
I thought there were 80 overall.
Guys, I think the answer is 20 girls. Please.
Guys, let us know. What do you guys think? It's 20.
Basically, if you get 3 confirmations, you can put.
Okay.
Those are
then the
rules.
time might run out.
No, we'll get it. Chat is very good. Okay.
Okay. Guys, come on, solve and confirm whether what is the value that you're getting.
We got answer as 20 girls. I'm waiting for 3 people to confirm, then we'll mark it.
If you guys are solving, just do a simple alligation. You have 50,000 on one side, 40,000 one side, 48,000 in the middle. So this difference is 2,000, this difference is 8,000. So the ratio is 4:1. 4:1 ratio. There are 4 times as many boys as girls. Yes, 20. Okay, so we got 3.
Khushi, Sarthak, Shreya.
Okay.
Shaili.
And Shubhan. Very well done, all of you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Alex and Ben are running on a circular track. This is. And when was this?
Meet again at the starting point. Okay, interesting.
25.
Are they running in the same? They're running in
opposite directions. So that is 3 plus 2, 5 meeting points. So they have to meet 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th meeting point as such. 5th meeting point. So together they will cover 1, 2, 3, 2,500 divided by 2,500. Okay. We are getting the answer as 100. Guys, confirm what is the answer that you guys are getting.
Okay, many people mentioned 20 in the earlier one. Well done.
Well done, guys.
Keep Jain, Manogoel, Sandeep Kumar, Jay Jindal, Prem Saiba, Prem Sai, Saibi, Aman Keshri, Harshit. Okay. Abhishek, sir, any batch available for CAT 2026? Yeah, we have a batch which is starting this Monday. That is day after tomorrow. If you want the details of the batch, just Google search Cracku CAT Crash Course. Or you can contact us. The number to contact is given here. It is 6303239042.
Okay, so many people have also gotten 100.
Mano Goel, Dew Cell, Aman Keshri, Sandeep Kumar, Muskan, Akshay, Harshit. Yeah, please.
Okay. Ashim sold 150 kgs of Alfonso mangoes by marking up the price by 20% off for Totapuri mangoes for every purchase. Okay, if it is known that he made a... Okay. This would ideally need this, okay?
No, fine. That is the challenge.
That is the challenge, okay. He made a...
And your chat is super good, okay? Chat will tell you the answer very quickly. Okay,
guys, we need your help in this one, okay? So this is, say, 25 rupees. This is 10 rupees. 25 into this. 3750.
I'm actually telling you by which time they're going to tell. 5.5 minutes, right? We'll get at least 2-3 answers before 1.5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
But you can try to solve in the meantime.
Okay. 375, 3750, 3750, and he makes a profit of, so this is 1200 by 11. 3750 is, no, but that is not.
And offer free. Okay, take it. Price of Alfonso is 2.5 times that. Okay, it is known that they made a profit. Okay.
Thanks, Saree. Because no, I'm getting divided by 11 by.
No, then you're making a mistake. So let us assume that forget the Totapuri ones, okay? Cost price is 100. Selling price is 120. Okay. Now they made a profit of 100 by 11. Okay. So what is 100 by 11? Then what is the selling price? It is 12 by 11. Okay. 12 by 11 is the selling price.
Hmm.
Okay. People are saying 1. 2 people have said 1. But there's no 1, man. Okay. Option A. Are you saying it is option A, which is 37.5?
So 10 rupees, 1500. 1500 marked up the price by 20%. 1.2 times this is 1800. 1800, that is the selling price. Selling price of 1800 divided by 1200 by 11. So the actual cost price would be how much? 11.
Okay. Many people said 37.5. Okay.
Fine. Okay. I'm going to go with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, correct. Good job, guys. Good job.
Name them, no? Like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good work, Harshit. Good work, Aman. Good work, Heath. Good work, Shweta. Good work, Muskan. Good work, all those who got 37.5. Very well done. Okay. Okay. Last, we'll end after this one, or
Yeah, this is the last one.
An empty tank can be filled in 70 minutes by water flowing from pipe of square cross section of side 3 centimeter. Okay. 4 centimeter per second. Okay. Another pipe of circular cross section is added at the bottom of the tank, which empties at 7 centimeter plus this. When both pipes are present, tank gets filled completely in 180 minutes. What is the radius of the circular pipe at the bed? Okay. So we have to find what is the difference. If both are present, the tank gets filled in 180 minutes. Empty tank can be filled in 70 minutes. So it takes 18 by 7 times with this. So this by this is 7 by 18. 11 by 18. The ratio of the cross sections is 11 by 18. The area of this is 9. Cross sectional area is 9 into.
Okay, chat, tell us the answer.
Okay.
Quicker,
man. Okay. So this is 36, which means that the cross sectional this for that is 22. Pi r square into 7 is 22. Pi r square into 7 is 22. So r is 7 centimeters.
Chat will help you, Sayali.
Okay. What is the answer, guys? What is the radius of the?
I want 3 people to give the same answer. We're going to mark it. Okay. Empty tank 70 minutes. Okay. Square cross section of 3 centimeters. Okay, that is fine.
I got 1 actually. 1.
Okay, Sayali is saying it's 1.
I don't know. I think it's 1.
Now is added to the bottom, which empties the tank. Okay, now both the pipes present. Okay, this is 180. So 70 into 3 square into 4.
1 centimeter, yeah. I thought okay, 3 people got 1, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, good job, Harshit, okay, Abhishek, Muskan, Shelly, Avantika. Very well done, all of you guys. Akshay, it is 1. I think you might have made a small mistake in calculation. Okay, so we'll end our quant rush here and we'll get back to our arithmetic topic. Very well done, Sandeep, Shweta, Vedavardhan. All of you guys, well done. Okay, so let's get back to our arithmetic. We'll continue with the ratio and proportion, averages, and all of that. Okay. Where did Maruti leave it off? Yeah. Okay. So before I go on to that, just a reminder, if you guys have not started taking CAT mocks yet, please start taking the mocks regularly from now on. See, from July, August, September, you should take 1 mock every weekend. From October, November, you should be taking like 2 mocks every week. So just think of it that these are the number of mocks that I have to take. Ideally, you should take somewhere between 25 to 40 mocks. So this includes, you have 20 mocks in Dashcats, you have 5 head start mocks, so you have 25 mocks there. Plus you have 15 sectionals, so you have 40 mocks which are there. In addition to that, you should also take all the previous year's papers in the mock format. It's very important that you actually practice every single question that is there in the previous year's paper, and you will get a lot of confidence if you do well in a previous year paper, right? You will know that, okay, this is exactly what comes in CAT. I would have gotten very good score if this had actually been there, and you would get a huge confidence boost also from that. So 40 plus previous year's papers is what you have to do, and you don't have a lot of time to do that. So if you haven't started with the mocks yet, please start with the mocks. You can start with our free mocks. We have 3 free CAT mocks that are available. In addition to that, we have all the previous year's papers available with video solution, and all of them are available in the mock format. So please definitely start with taking that. Okay, so I'm giving you a question. This is on ratio and proportion. It is not an easy question, but it is a logical question. I'm sure all of you can solve it. If you think for like 5 minutes, you'll be able to solve it. Not 5 minutes. If you think for 1 minute, you'll be able to solve it. Ma'am, how do you handle pressure of failing and anxiety for repeaters who know they are talented but to ace exam but last year's performances? Actually, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I was in your place in the first time I gave CAT, right? I kind of froze for the first 20 minutes. I couldn't answer a single question, and I completely froze and I panicked. Actually, it helped me in a. Did I wear this? Yeah, actually, it helped me in a way because I felt that. I couldn't do worse. I felt that this is the worst that could happen has already happened, where I have already panicked. I've already wasted a year. Everything that is the worst that could have happened has happened. So that was the change in mindset that occurred, where I didn't feel the pressure that I'm going to mess it up. I just felt that, okay, I have already messed up. I have already made mistakes. I have already gone past that. So if you change your mindset, the fact that you're a repeater should be something that you should take as a source of mental strength, that you have already done the worst, you are now past it, you're going to do better because you have actually experienced what most freshers have not experienced, which is failure. Failure is going to make you stronger, it is going to make you mentally more stronger than somebody who has never experienced it. So do not think of failure as something that is going to make you weaker. It is going to be something that is making you stronger, more capable of handling pressure. Okay. Somebody has gotten the answer as D. Okay, let's see. Just check your calculation slight bit, Vivad. Thanks, Abhishek. Should we do PYQ separately or leave it for the PYQ mock? I would say, Shubham, do PYQ as a mock. Once you're done as a mock, solve every single question individually. PYQs are super important, so they deserve actually like making sure that you don't miss a single question that is there. These are, you take it as a mock as something that tells you to benchmark yourself. But once the mock is over, don't leave a question. Generally in mocks, we don't solve all questions, right? But in PYQ, you have to solve every single question that is there. Okay, so some of you have gotten the answer. Srijata, Harshit, Abhishek, Hari, Heath, all of you have gotten the answer. So very well done. The guys who found it slightly difficult, it's fine. We can try to learn how to solve these kind of sets over here. So what I'll say is the ratio of A's age to B's birth year, it's not age also, birth year is 1:67. And the ratio of B's age to A's birth year is 1:397. 20 years later, the ratio of A's age to B's age became 2:1. Find the sum of the birth years of A and B. I'll tell you one way of doing it, which is a slightly longer way of doing it. And there is another way of doing it, which is slightly hacky way of doing it. But both of them are fine. But whichever one you use, it's fine as such. But I would say that actually use the proper way, because we can't like know for sure which one will work. Okay, so let us actually take a look at the information that is given. So we are given A and B's age. This is A's age, this is B's age. Okay, you are given that now their age is in certain ratio, but 20 years from now, say this is T, this is say T plus 20, 20 years from now, their ages will be in the ratio 2:1. So what are the current ages? This ages will be 2x minus 20, and this will be x minus 20. I don't know why he has chosen this violent red. Okay, let me go to another color. Okay, this is gone. Okay, so I'll write that again. So this is A, this is B, this is the current time, this is 20 years from now. 20 years from now, their ratio of ages would be 2x and x. His current age would be 2x minus 20 and x minus 20. This would be the current ages. Now we are given that the ratio of their age to the birth year is 1:67. So let A's birth year be A and B's birth year be B. So what we are told is X minus 20, that is B's B's age, divided by A's birth year. What is this ratio? This is 1 by 397. Okay. And we are told 2x minus 20, that is A's age, divided by B's birth year. How much is this? This is 1 by 67. These are the two things that have been given to us. Now with this, can we try to find out what is the relationship between A and B? What is A? We can find A by cross multiplying. So A is essentially 397 times this. So this is 397x minus 7940. What is B? Again I cross multiply. So B is equal to how much? B is equal to 134x minus 1340. This is the two equations that I have. Is there something that I can use? A and B I don't know. I have one equation, A equation with X. I have B equation with X. I have to essentially find out what X is. But can I somehow remove A and B so that I can find out what X is? What would be the relationship between A and B? See, between these two guys, what is the difference between these two guys? What is the difference in the age of A and B? The difference between the age of A and B 20 years from now is 2x minus x, which is x. The difference between the ages of them now is 2x minus 20 minus x plus 20. So again x. Irrespective of when you look in time, forward, backward, whenever, the difference in the ages is always x. So if the difference between the ages is x, what is the difference between the birth years then? It will also be x, but the person who is older will have a lower birth year. So if I'm actually older, I will say if the difference in ages is say 10 years, the person who is born, suppose somebody is 10 years today, they were born in what year? They would be born in 2016. Somebody is 20 years today. What year would they be born in? 2006. So the difference between them is 10 years. But the person who is younger actually has a larger birth year. So here I can say that B, who is younger, because you can see B is younger than A, the birth year of B minus the birth year of A, this will be equal to X. Why? Because the difference between their ages is X. So the difference in their birth years will also be X, but B's birth year will be larger. The younger you are, the larger your birth year. So here I can say that B minus A is equal to X. So if B minus A is equal to X, can I put these equations and find out what is the difference? So this is 134x minus 1340 minus 397x plus 7940. How much is this? This is equal to x. This I can say 134x minus 397x is how much? This is equal to minus 263x. And 7940 minus 1340 is how much? This is 6600. This is equal to how much? This is equal to x. So I can say that 6600 is equal to 264x. So x is equal to 6600 by 264. If I cancel, this is 11 times 24. This is 600. 600 by 24, 4. This is 100. 100 by 4. X is equal to how much? X is equal to 25. So what are their current ages? Their current ages are how much? This is equal to how much? 2x minus 20. X is equal to 25. So 50 minus 20. This is 30. And this is x minus 20. So 25 minus 20. This is 5. So their current ages are 30 and 5. Okay. We are asked not about their current ages. We are asked what is the sum of their birth years. So for the sum of the birth years, I have to say that this A is essentially 397 times B's age. So A is equal to how much? This is equal to 397 times 5. So how much is this? This is 397 times 5. This will be 1500, 450, 1950 plus 35, 1985. So A was born in 1985. B's birth year would be how much? This would be 67 times A's age, that is 30. So this is equal to how much? 180 plus 21, 2010. So what are their birth years? A's birth year is 1985. B's birth year is 2010. So what is the sum of their birth years? The sum of their birth years, if I add it up together, is 3995, which is option A. Over here, the relation that would help you get the answer is the fact that the difference between the birth years is equal to the difference in their ages. But the birth year of the younger person is larger than the birth year of the older person. Okay, so this is basically how you solve this particular question. Anybody had any question? Firstly, very well done, all those who were able to answer this. Okay, so well done for, well done Sarthak, well done PSV, well done Muskan, well done Vedvardhan. Ma'am, planning to solve LRD and QA from 2017 to 2022 and attempt 2023 to 2025 as mocks. Is it a good approach? I would say go back till 2020. I would say if you are going to attempt, you can leave 2023, do 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024 and 2025. 2023 was unnecessarily difficult. It will just be a confidence, like it will bust your confidence unnecessarily. Leave that. You can go a bit earlier. From 2020 onwards, we have the 2-hour mock. So that is actually perfectly represents what CAT is going to be like. So from 2020 onwards, you can attempt them as mocks. Earlier ones you can attempt as practice. Okay. If we take it from a logical perspective, since sum is somewhere near 4000, means both of the birth years around this, 397 can have a single value. I guess that is what a lot of people did. When 397 is shown, the first thing that you will see is that how many multiples of 397 are there. And nobody's assuming that the birth year will be like 3000 AD or something like that, right? So from that also a lot of, that is a hacky way I was going to talk about. But I want you guys to also know the basic concept is that whenever you are considering, okay, birth years are given, the concept that I want you to remember is that the difference in the birth years is equal to the difference in the ages, but it is the reverse other way around. That is basically the concept I want you to learn out of it. Obviously, you can do the hacky way where you can say that 397 ka kitna multiples hai, and from that also you can figure it out. Okay? Okay, so let's go. Okay, I'm giving you the next question, guys. Try to solve this one. Ahiri, ma'am, my last CAT exam was 2023, gave up hope, now I want to do it again. Ahiri, I would say that definitely you can crack CAT. Give it a good 6 months. Since you have already prepared for CAT once, you won't need to go from like the very scratch. You just need like some basic revision, as well as you need a lot of practice because you will be very rusty. It's been 3 years, so there's a lot of like you will need much more practice to actually come back to your original momentum. So practice a lot, revise a bit, and just solve a lot of questions. You can definitely crack CAT. Don't index yourself by CAT 2023 because CAT 2023 was an exceptional year. That was such a difficult paper that in that paper, even I solved only 8 quant questions. So I don't think anybody should take any kind of like lessons from CAT 2023 because it was an exceptionally difficult year. Just you should learn that you have to not panic. When there is adversity, if you panic lesser than the other person, that's all that is needed to crack CAT. Okay, guys, so solve this one. This is an easy one, guys. I want more of you to solve this one. Last one was slightly tougher. This is an easy one. I expect all of you to be able to solve this one. Okay, so the time is up. I see a few people have gotten the right answer. Muskan, Kratika, and Prem. Very well done, Prem. It's all of you guys who are putting in the effort. Just keep on doing the same till CAT day. Please practice regularly till CAT day. And if you solve a lot of questions, then you're going to do very well on the actual CAT day. I will answer the question that was asked by Abhishek about his profile. So a 657 profile is on the weaker side. The fact that your family work experience is like family business doesn't matter. But what I would say is that make sure that you get PF, like register for PF or something like that, because it makes that work experience legitimate. Without PF work experience, sometimes these guys are creating issues saying that it's not real work experience. So at least register for PF so that you can say that this is actual work experience. But I would say that since you have EWS, your profile, academic profile is not great, but it is not something that cannot be overcome. Especially, I feel that you can definitely target the new IIMs with that profile, but you would need a good percentile. You would need something which is about 99 because you have to make up for the weak academic profile. 99 percentile plus this profile plus EWS, I think you can expect from most of the new IIMs. You will get a call, plus MDI Gurgaon, plus some of these other calls will come. I think with your profile, ABCL will be slightly difficult, but others are definitely possible. Okay, so let's go. Let's see how to solve this one. A, B, C, D went to a cafe together. A paid 2/3 of what the other three paid in total. B paid 1/4 of what the other three paid. C paid 1/9 of what the other three paid. If the total bill was 1980, how much did D pay? So actually, the total bill is given, but actually I don't want to start with the total bill. What I want to do is, I want to say that the total bill is X. Why? Because if you look at how A, B and C's amount is given, it is given as a part of what the rest did. So let's say that the total bill is X. Okay. If A paid 2/3 of what the others did, what did the others pay as a percentage of this? So rest paid, so A paid 2/3 of what the rest paid, right? So the rest paid how much? The rest paid 3/2 times of what A paid. So with that, I can write an equation. What equation can I write? I can say that what A paid plus what 3/2 times what the rest paid. A plus the remaining 3. This is equal to X. So what is the total bill in terms of X? So 5/2A is equal to X. So A is equal to how much? This is equal to 2/5 of X. Similarly, I'll write for B. B paid 1/4 of what the rest paid. Okay, remaining 3 paid, like B paid 1/4 of what they paid. So B is equal to rest divided by 4. So I can say that the rest paid 3 times B. R here is different, okay? Because in some cases it is A plus B plus C, in some cases it is B plus C plus D. It doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is that if the remaining 3, R is equal to 4 times B. So over here we can say that B plus 4 times B will be the total bill X. So how much is B in terms of the total bill X? 5B is equal to X, or I can say that B is equal to X by 5. So B paid 1/5 of the total bill. A paid 2/5 of the total bill. Okay, let's see what C paid. C paid what the rest paid. He paid 1/9 of it. So the rest paid 9 times of what C paid. So in terms of the total bill, C plus 9 times of C is equal to the total bill. So how much is C in terms of the total bill? 10C is equal to X, or C is equal to X by 10. So A paid 2/5, B paid 1/5, C paid 1/10. How much is remaining? So D will pay how much? This will be X minus 2X by 5 minus X by 5 minus X by 10. How much is this? This I can write as 4/10. This I can write as 2/10. And this is 1/10. So this is X minus 7X by 10. So how much is this? This is 3X by 10. So D is going to pay 30% of the total bill. What is the total bill? It is 1980. So how much does D pay? D will pay 30%, that is 3/10 times 1980. This cancels with this. So 3 times 198 is how much? This is 594, which is option D. Why didn't I start with 1980? Why didn't I put 1980 everywhere? Why did I put X? Because I don't want to multiply. Every step, if I have to multiply, it will be so cumbersome. I'll just put some X. I'll find out everything in terms of X. I'll find D in terms of X. And then at the very last moment, I'm going to multiply because I want to minimize how much calculation I have to do. Okay. So this way I can see that the answer is what? The answer is 594. Okay. Let's go to the next question. And I'll start the timer. I've enrolled to the study room. There seems to be too much question. What is a good preparation strategy to use? So what I'll say is that, channel, that's a good question to ask, because a lot of people do feel that way, where they feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that is there. See, the way you should use the study room is you give a mock, you identify where you're not doing well. Basically, over the weekend, on Saturday or Friday or Saturday, you should take the mock. Take it generally in the morning or something like that. And then spend the remaining Saturday and Sunday analyzing and improving. So how do you improve? You figure out that I'm actually not doing well in, say, ratio and proportion. Then go to the study room and do 20 questions from ratio and proportion. If you just go to ratio and proportion and try to do 100 or 1000 questions, it will feel meaningless. It will feel that it is just so much work. But if you use it as targeted practice, where you identify the target using mock and then you rectify the issue using the study room, it will feel much more like it will feel much more structured. So always first go through the mock, identify 3 areas. Don't make a huge list of 20 things that I have to improve in. 3 areas that you have to improve in. Go to the study room and then practice from those 3 areas. A lot of people have already gotten the answer. Okay. This is an easy question, guys. A very logical question. Try to solve it. I think that there are still like 30 seconds left. Vedavardhan, your profile is very good. Just focus on cracking CAT. If you get, I think 99.3 percentile onwards also, you'll get all Blackie calls. Given that you're OBC, even though you're male engineer, even then if you get 99.3 percentile plus you have like 998 profile, you will get most of the calls. Just focus on getting a good percentile. I would say that 99.3 will get you calls, but 99.7 will get you like final conversions also. Just focus on CAT, solve a lot of questions. Just make sure that you give the best attempt that you possibly can. You can get into ABC. Okay, let's go. Okay, a lot of people have gotten the answer. So let's see how to solve this one. Ram deposits an amount X in a scheme earning 20% annual compound interest. He plans to make an annual withdrawals of 1,000 perpetually beginning at the end of the first year. If the investment balance never reaches 0, determine the minimum value of X. Now, this is a very conceptual question because we are not considering like, okay, 1 year, 2 year, perpetually, like for eternity, you should be able to withdraw money. Now, how would that work? See, remember, at the end of, like, even if it is compound interest, right? At the end of, this is your principal, okay? At the end of the year, your principal increases by a little bit. Then on top of that, it will increase another little bit, then another little bit. This increment is basically interest. This increment is interest plus the interest on interest. So it is like compounded interest. But if you're withdrawing, what should be the amount that you should max amount that you can withdraw at any point of time so that you never reach, like you do not actually eat into the principal? Because if you start eating into the principal, the interest earned next year will be lesser. The interest earned the year after that will be lesser, and so on. So if let's consider this, okay? This is the interest that is earned, okay? This is the interest earned in the first year. If I withdraw more than the interest, this is the principal part. I'll actually draw a more expanded version so that you can see. This is the principal part. This is the small bit of interest that is earned. This is interest. This is principal. If I eat into the principal when I withdraw money, suppose I withdraw a bit more than the interest, I take this much. I take the interest plus some part of the principal also. What will happen from the second year? The interest that is earned will be actually lesser. Then I withdraw more. Again, it will become lesser. Again, interest earned will be slightly lesser because my principal amount is decreasing. Again, I withdraw more. So what will happen over time? The principal that is there will keep on getting lesser. Even if it is getting lesser by 1 rupee, every year it is getting lesser by 1 rupee. You would say that it is okay. Nobody is going to live forever. Even if it gets lesser by 1 rupee, it doesn't make sense. Must make much of a difference. But we are asked to calculate till perpetuity, which means that the principal should not get lesser by even 1 single rupee. Because if I take perpetuity, eternity, at some point of time, even if the difference is 1 rupee every year, it is going to compound and make a difference to the amount that is there, and eventually it will reach zero. So irrespective of how slowly it tends to zero, it will eventually become less than zero. Now suppose if this is the principal, this is the interest that is there. Suppose I withdraw less than the interest, okay? If this is the interest and I withdraw only this much, what will happen? The amount of principal I have for the next year will be more. So I will actually accumulate, the principal will actually accumulate over time. But we are not asked for what would be comfortable where we will not run out of money. We are asked for the minimum amount. What is the minimum value of X? So we need at least the minimum value should be such that the principal does not deplete. It does not become negative. So whatever is the principal for the first year should be the principal for the second year, should be the principal for the third year, and so on. That is the minimum amount that is required. If anything is more than that, very well. Then we will have like accumulating principal. We will have accumulating balance. But at the very least, the interest and the withdrawal amount should not be, the withdrawal amount should not be greater than the interest. The withdrawal amount should be at least equal to the interest. Otherwise, the withdrawal amount will eat into the principal. Which means that in the case where we have the minimum possible value of X, the interest is equal to the withdrawal amount, which is 1,000 rupees. So the interest is 1,000 rupees. How much is the percentage this? And it is annual compound interest rate. So you will say that every year you will make principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100. But this is compound interest. Why am I taking simple interest formula? Because every year you're withdrawing also. And because you're withdrawing every single year, that amount is reset back to the original principal. You get compound interest only when you leave the interest in the bank. If you remove all the interest, you will never earn interest on interest. Compound interest is interest on interest. It will only happen if you leave that interest in the bank account. If you withdraw that interest, you will never earn money on it. Which means that every year, if he withdraws the interest that is earned, he's only earning the simple interest rate. So over here, this is 20%. And the time is 1 year. This is equal to 1,000. So 20% of what is equal to 1,000? 20% of 5,000 is equal to 1,000. So how much is the value of X? What is the minimum value of X? It is 5,000. Okay. So this was a simple conceptual question. Let's go to the next question. And firstly, very well done. Muskan, Tarun, Yash Vadhana, sorry, Sarthak, Khushi, Harshit, Akshay, and I have Sandeep and Shweta, Prem, Muskan, equal to interest of first year. Very well done. All of you guys, very, very well done. I see a lot of questions about profile, what I'll tell you guys is that go to our profile predictor, like Cracku's profile, AI profile evaluator. It will give you a very good idea of what is the safe percentile that you should attempt. It will also, you can go to our call predictor, Cracku's call predictor, which will tell you at what percentile you will get which calls, because it is very, very like unique to every single profile. You have to consider which category, how many years of work experience, what are the weightage each of the colleges gives for like 10 score, 12 score, undergrad score is different. So the best way you can get a good idea of what are the scores that you need is if you go to Cracku's call predictor. So search for Cracku's call predictor. It will give you a very good idea of percentile required for each call. Okay, guys, try to solve this one. This I would say is an easy question, pretty easy question, and this is something that you can solve in under a minute. So I want to see who solves it first. If somebody already gave the answer, already gave one answer. I'm not saying it is the right answer, but I want others to also attempt it. Something that can be done in under a minute. So let's see. Path, I would say don't worry about what to do or what to expect. You can go to call predictor and see what calls are likely at what percentile. But at this point of time, your profile is logged in. What you should worry about or what you should really focus on is your CAT score. That is the only thing that is there in your hand. Apart from the CAT score and the work points, nothing else is up for change. So just focus on maximizing your CAT score. That is the one thing in your hand. Worrying and wasting time on worrying is actually taking away from the what you can actually do to improve your chances of getting a good MBA seat. So just focus on getting as high a CAT score as is possible. So a lot of people have been able to answer this question. Yeah. So first we find loan principal using Veena's payment, which is 24 this. So I would say a lot of you might have gotten the answer, but you might have gotten it through a longer way. There's an easier way to do it. So let's see how to solve this question. Veena has to pay 2460 to Sita 5 months later at 6% per annum. And Geeta has to pay Sita same amount at 7.5% SI per annum after certain months. If both took the same amount of loan from Sita, then Geeta paid loan after how many months? So then what we are being asked is, the principal, they borrowed the same amount. They're giving back also the same amount. But the interest rate and the time is different. So the principal is same in the both cases. The amount that they are returning at the end is also the same in both cases, which means that P into 1 plus R1 T1 divided by 100. This is basically the amount it's been taken for some time, period of time. This is the simple interest rate formula. This amount is equal to P into 1 plus R2 T2 divided by 100. The amount is the same in both cases. The principal is the same in both cases. So can I cancel it off? Yes. Which means that this is 1 plus R1 T1 by 100 is equal to 1 plus R2 T2 by 100. Again, I can cancel off this part. So R1 T1 is equal to R2 T2, which means the rate into the time period is equal to the second rate into its time period. Here, what is the rate in the first case? It is 6%. For what time period? 5 months. So I'll write this as 5 by 12. This is equal to how much? It is equal to the second rate, 7.5%, into its time period, sum T2. Okay, so how much is that value? 6% is 1.5 times 4. This is 1.5 times 5. Okay, so this is 20. So this 5 cancels with 5. So I get T2 equal to how much? This 5 cancels with 5. I get this is equal to 4 by 12. So 4 by 12 in months is how much? 4 months. So you could have calculated what is the principal. You could have calculated everything and then figured out, okay, she is actually giving it for 4 months. Or you can basically say that if the principal is the same, the amount is the same, the interest is the same. If the interest is the same, it means that the product of the rate of interest into time for both cases is the same. 5 into 6%, 5 months into 6% is 30, okay? So 7.5 into what is 30? 7.5 into 4 is 30. So therefore, if this is 5 months at 6%, this would be 7.5% for 4 months, which is option B. Whenever you are given anything of this sort, where amount is same, principal is same, it means the interest is same. If the interest is same, then you can use that directly to figure out what is the either the rate of interest in the second case or the time period in the second case. Okay, yeah, simple, Muskan. You found it, you got the this. No need to write 12 also. Yeah, because 12 is the same in both cases, but just if somebody is confused about why 5 months is taken as 5 when the rate of interest is per annum, that's why I wrote divided by 12. But otherwise, even divide by 12 is not needed because you can cancel it off from both sides. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next question, guys. Before we go there, please download the Cracku app. This app will basically, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make sure that students like practice regularly. So we have made an app such that we actually give you nudges about daily targets. We make sure that you stay consistent with your preparation. So please download the Cracku app so that you can get the daily reminders about daily target streaks. You can learn from the videos that are there. You can basically practice from the questions that are there. And the more questions that if you have that on your phone, right, it's likely to mean that you're going to solve a few more questions every single day. And that kind of adds up where you will solve more questions every single day, and overall you will solve much more questions. So that one change might be the small change that would bump up your score. So do download our app, and I'll give you the next question. This is not a very easy question. I'd say this is like this is exact cat level. I would say exact cat level 7 on 10 kind of difficulty question. So let's try to solve this one. Okay, guys, try to solve this one. Hi, Shanmuga. Good to see that you are practicing. Stay consistent. I hope to see you in Cracku toppers list next time. Ma'am, do gap years matter? Yes, but not as much as you would think. You have to have a good answer for the gap year. If you practice your answer very, very well, it will not stop you. But if you go in unprepared for the personal interview, then it will hamper you. So it does not make much of a difference if you have a very good answer to why you took a gap year. So some people have said A, some people have said C. Guys, check the answers properly. What is the correct answer? Tell me. Akshay, I would say that take a look at what your expected percentile is. See how you're doing in, say, the previous year's papers. give 1 as a mock, you will get an expected range of percentile. Based on that, you can then take a call of which colleges to apply. Take a look at the call predictor also, because then you will get a sense of what calls are likely, what can you convert, and then you can apply. I think I would say that follow us on our Instagram profile, because we put up a lot of informative videos about which colleges to apply and the deadlines on our Instagram video a lot. So just take a look at our Instagram channel. There'll be more information, because I don't have that much information of which is the right college for you to apply at different profiles. Okay, some have said A, some have said C. Okay, thanks, Ayush. So there's there are two opinions, A or C. We have to figure out which one is the correct answer. So let's see how to solve this. A conical vessel and a cylindrical vessel are completely filled with two milk solutions containing 40% and 60% respectively. The ratio of their heights is 2:3, while the ratio of their radii is 3:1. If the contents of both the vessels are emptied into a third vessel, what will be the percentage concentration of milk in the resulting mixture? So the percentage concentration of milk in the resulting mixture will depend on how much volume you have put, how much of 40% you have put, how much of 60% you have put. So what we need is basically in what ratio is the volume of the two vessels. I won't calculate the exact volume. What I'll do is I'll calculate the ratio of volumes. Why? See, if you know an alligation, okay? If I have to calculate, this is 40% over here, this is 60% over here. I want to find the percentage concentration of the resulting mixture. I can calculate it if I have the exact liters of A and exact liters of B. But I can also calculate if I have the ratio of A's to B. So if I know that this is in the A's to B ratio, I can say 40 times A plus 60 times B divided by A plus B will be the resulting concentration. So I don't need the actual volume, I need the ratio of the volume. Why am I doing ratio of volume? Because I want to reduce the amount of calculation that I have to do. So I want to know what is the ratio of the two volumes. One is a cone, one is a cylinder. What is the volume of the cone? A conical vessel would be 1/3 pi r1 square h1, where this is the radius of the cone, this is the height of the cone. Volume of the, what is this? Volume of the cylinder would be pi r2 square h2. Okay, so basically this cone is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder of the same height and same radius. I'd say that if you guys have difficulty remembering volume figures, volume formulas, I'll just give you a quick hack. Basically you have the cylinder, right? So here pi r square is the cross-sectional area of the bottom. If you multiply area with the height, you get the volume. In anything, even in a cube, if I take a square as the volume of the bottom, that multiplied by the height gives me the volume. In a cuboid, area of the bottom into height gives me the volume. So generally, whenever you have a straight figure which maintains the same cross-sectional area throughout, you multiply the cross-sectional area with the height, you get the volume. But if you have something which tapers to an end, either like a cone or like a pyramid, okay? Anything which tapers to an end like this, what you have to remember is that you have to take the base area into height into 1/3. Whenever there is a tapering of the structure, you just have to multiply that base area into height. If it was straight, it would have been base area into height. But because it is tapering, it is 1/3 of that. Just remember this hack. If you have difficulty remembering volume formulas, if not, no worries. But always remember base area into height if it doesn't taper, and base area into height into 1/3 if it tapers. Okay. So over here, these are the two volumes. So what is volume 1 divided by volume 2? I will say pi will cancel. So this will be 1/3 r1 square h1, and this is r2 square h2. I will say let 1/3 be over here. This is r1 by r2 the whole square into h1 by h2. How much is h1 by h2 given as? It is given as 2:3. The ratio of their heights is 2:3. So this is 2 into 2/3. What is the ratio of their radii? R1 by R2 is given as 3:1. So this is 3 by 1. So this is essentially 3 square. So this is 9 in the middle. So this is 1/3 into 9 into 2/3. This cancels with this. So I get the ratio of their volumes to be how much? It is equal to 2:1. So the volume of the cone is 2 times the volume of the cylinder. So we have 2 times, this is 2:1 ratio. Now if this is in 2:1 ratio, what is the resulting concentration in the middle? So I'll erase all of this. What would be the end concentration in the middle if this is in the 2:1 ratio? So the final concentration, C, is equal to 2 times 40 plus 1 times 60 divided by 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 1. Okay. So this is equal to 80 plus 60 by 3. This is 140 by 3. How much is 140 by 3? 120 is 40. Another 20 is 6. 2 by 3. So this is 46 2 by 3 percentage. So this required percentage that we need is 46 2 by 3. Which answer is it? It is option C. I think some of you made a small mistake in calculation at the end. I think most of you would have been able to find it. What I want you guys to know is, don't bother like calculating the actual volume. You would end up losing time over that. You need only the ratio of the volume. Ratio of the volume can be very quickly found out. Secondly, I want you guys to know that whenever the ratio of the volume is given, this into this plus this into this divided by the sum of this gives you the final concentration of the mixture. Okay? Okay. Everybody understood anything this? We can insert 3 cones in a cylinder, so 1/3 pi, yes. So you can basically always remember taper 1/3. That's all you have to remember. Okay. So let's go to the next question, guys. Try to solve this one. This is slightly tougher, I feel. I'll show you the remaining this. First, read the question. Then I will give you the remaining values that are there. Okay, Hardik Shubhecha to you, to Ayush. Okay. How much impactful is work experience for CAT profile? Is it necessary? It helps quite a bit. Basically, I'll tell you that if your work experience is good, it will help you not just in getting the calls, but also in converting the calls. Because most of the interviewers don't want to talk about your acads. They don't want to ask you about your academics really. But if they can talk to you about any kind of job, right, the chances that you will convert that call is much better. So like having work experience helps in so many ways that you won't even realize it is helping so much. So always very, very good to have work experience. Nitin, I would say that if you have anything above 90% accuracy in arithmetic, that is good enough. Arithmetic, basically, there'll be like 5 to 7 questions from arithmetic in CAT. There'll be one painful question. Almost every year, there's one question which will take 5 minutes to solve. You're supposed to leave that question, but the remaining 5 or 6 you should be able to solve. So always say that any easy to moderate question comes from arithmetic, I should be able to solve, and I should make no silly mistakes while solving it. That should be the target. But the painful questions from time, speed, distance, or time and work, one of those are the generally where it comes from. You should definitely not attempt it. Sometimes it also comes from profit and loss, but rarely. The painful questions will come from time, speed, distance, or time and work. Okay. I hope you guys have read this. These are the 4 options that are there: 45, 36, 30, and 15. Come on, guys, try to solve this one. I'll give 10 extra seconds for this one, because, not 10 seconds. 1 minute extra for this one. Okay, I'll wait 1 minute extra. I would say, Ayush, better to have a job now. Having a job in hand will make the whole process much more smoother. Nobody has given me the right answer till now. I'll tell this. Sham and Shweta, just check your calculations. I haven't gotten a correct answer till now. I want one of you to answer it correctly. Come on, guys. I know all of you have the capability to do it. If I felt that, okay, this is too difficult, I wouldn't have given it to you. I know every one of you can do it. Come on, guys. One of you has to give me the correct answer. Okay, so the first person to give me the correct answer is Ayush. Very well done, Ayush. It is the correct answer. 30 is the right answer. Let's see how we get to it, okay? Okay, so we are given a milkman has two containers. Container A containing milk and water in the ratio 5:3. Container B containing milk and water in the ratios 9:7. He mixes a certain quantity from A with a certain quantity from B such that the resulting mixture has milk and water in the ratio 7:5. Now, whenever we have ratios given, okay, ratio itself is not very good when we have to use alligations. Here we have to use alligations to figure out what ratio they have been mixed. So for me to do alligations, okay, a ratio is not good. I would rather use a percentage or a fraction. So if I say that milk and water is in the ratio 5:3, what is the milk as a fraction of the total amount that is there? That would be 5 divided by 5 plus 3. So the input from the first container, the milk concentration is 5/8. Similarly, from container B, I don't want milk to water ratio. I want milk concentration. So I will say that is 9 divided by 9 plus 7. So 9 divided by 16. So the two input fraction concentrations are 5/8 and 9/16. What is the resulting fraction? It is 7 by 7 plus 5. So that is 7 by 12 fraction, which is the concentration. Okay, this is 7 by 12 concentration. So I have 5/8 over here, 9/16 over here, 7 by 12 concentration over here. What would be the mixing ratio? Now I can use my alligation. Concentration, concentration, concentration. Now I can use alligation. If I have ratio, I can't use like the alligation method. I need like either a fraction or percentage for me to use alligation method. Now can I do it? So I have to basically find what is the LCM of 8, 16 and 12. It is 48. So this, if I say, I can write this as 28 by 48. I'm multiplying and dividing by 4. This I can write is 30 by 48. And this I can write as 27 by 48 multiplied and divided by 3. Okay. So these are the concentrations. 28 by 48 minus 27 by 48 is how much? This is 1 by 48. 28 by 48 minus 30 by 48 minus 28 by 48 is how much? It is 2 by 48. So what ratio have we mixed A and B in? It is 1 by 48 to 2 by 48 ratio, or simply it is in the 1:2 ratio. So for one part of A, I take 2 parts of B. The ratio of A container to B container is 1:2 ratio. Let's do the next part. He then replaces 24 liters of this mixture with pure milk, after which the ratio of milk to water in the final solution becomes 17:7. How much milk came from container B in the initial mixture? So again, I don't want 17:7. I don't want that. I want concentration. So one part is the final mixture that we had over here, which is 7 by 12. Okay, 7 by 12, some amount is taken and it is replaced by pure milk. What is the concentration of milk in pure milk? It is 100%. 100% is what? 1. So this concentration is 1. The resulting mixture, what is the concentration? This is 17 by 7. 17 by 7 is essentially 17 divided by 17 plus 7, that is 17 by 24. So this is 17 by 24, which is the resulting concentration. Now, what is the ratio of mixing? I am taking, suppose initially we had A liters in the, after mixing A and B, not A liters, say X liters, okay? I had X liters after mixing A and B. From this, I am removing 24 liters. So I'll have X minus 24 of this, the mixture, and I'm adding 24 liters of pure milk. So this is x minus 24 quantity. This is 24 quantity. This is basically what the ratio of x minus 24 to 24 will be. It will be in the ratio of alligation. So let me find out by alligation what should be the actual ratio. So this is x minus 24 by 24 is how much? I'll remove this. This is 12 here, 24 here. So I'll also convert this. This is 14 by 24. And this I'll write as 24 by 24. What is this? 24 minus 17 is how much? This is 7 by 24. 17 minus 14 is how much? This is 3 by 24. So in what ratio am I mixing these two things? I'm mixing them in the 7 by 24 to 3 by 24 ratio. So I'm mixing them, remove all of this. I'm mixing them in a 7:3 ratio. So x minus 24 by 24 is what ratio? It is 7 by 3 ratio. So how much is x? X is, I cross multiply 3x minus 72 is equal to 7 into 24. I take it this side, essentially this becomes 3 into 24 plus 7 into 24. So that is 10 into 24. So this is 240. So 3 times the total mixture value is 240, which means that the total amount that we have is 240 by 3. That is 80 liters is the mixture that we get after mixing A and B. We get 80 liters. In this 80 liters, A is 1 by 3 parts and B is 2 by 3 parts. So how much is B's volume? B is 2/3 of 80 liters. Right? So B is 2/3 of 80 liters. We are asked how much milk came from container B in the initial mixture. So of B volume that we took from the initial mixture is 2/3 of, that is 160 by 3 liters. Of that, how much was milk? That was, B's volume is 9 by 16 of that would be milk. So B's initial contribution of milk, the answer essentially is 9 by 16 times. This is 160 by 3. How much is this? This times 10. This is 3. This is 30 liters. So of the 160 by 3 liters that came from B, 30 liters was pure milk. So what is the correct answer? Option C. Wherever possible, right? Don't do calculation. Write down these allegations because these allegations will help you reduce the amount of calculation you have to do. Quickly we can find out it is mixed in the 1:2 ratio. Quickly we can find out this is mixed in 7:3 ratio. From that you can get it is 80 liters. From 80 liters we can find out what is B's share. Once we get B's share, we can figure out what is the milk that is there in it. As much as possible, use alligation when it comes to mixtures and solutions. Use alligation as much as possible because it will save you considerable amount of time. Okay. I wrote the equation as 7 by 2, 12 times 1 minus 24 by this. Concept of, no, don't use concept of removal and replacement. Don't use the concept of removal and replacement. It is unnecessary. Consider it in this way, okay, that you are mixing x minus 24 with 24 purely this. Because here you have to consider what is the change in, so you are, when you do replacement, right, what happens, you are considering what is the final value of water or what is the final value of, like when you are considering what is the final value, you are adding water. So the final value formula happens when you remove mixture, add water. Here you are removing mixture, you are adding milk. So if you want to use the final value formula, you have to calculate the value for water, not for milk, okay? You can use that formula and say that initially we had how much milk over here? We had 17 by, initially we had 7 by 12. So water was 5 by 12. After it became, after like mixing, it became 7 by 24, okay? So you, whenever, remember this, okay? Whenever you are using the final value replacement formula, you can calculate what is the final value of the thing that is not being added. So if water is being added, you can find out the final value of milk. If milk is being added, you can find the final value of water. Here what you have done, you are adding milk and you are using the formula to find out the final value of milk. That is where you have made a mistake, okay? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, let's go guys, okay? Let's go to the next question. Okay, so this is from profit and loss, guys. This is a longish question, but doable, very doable. Simple calculation question. I expect all of you guys to be able to answer it. So let's get, I'm starting the timer. Guys, try to solve this one. Okay, Shweta also got 30, very well done. Okay, I think some others also got the answer. But guys, be careful of using the final value solution because I think most of you tripped over there. Come on guys, try to solve this one. Come on guys, I hope to see somebody answer. This will take you some time because it's a longish question, but I expect everyone to be able to answer this one. Yeah, you have to put no. Yeah, approximately you have to put what is the approximate value over here. So round it to the answer. Come on guys, I want some more of you to answer this question. I know all of you can do it. Come on. I need 1-2 more answers. Okay. So Shyam and Harshit have gotten it right. Sathak also is right. Very well done, you guys. All of you are right. It is 17%. But let's see how to get this. So a retailer sells a table set having 1 table and 4 chairs. He buys the chairs from another dealer at the rate of 6,000 per dozen and tables at the rate of 5,000 per table. He also does some finishing job on it which costs 200 per chair and 600 per table before putting the furniture up for sale. He bought 5 dozen chairs and was able to sell 13 table sets. If the table set is sold at 10,000 rupees, find the overall profit loss percent approx. The retailer is able to sell the unsold furniture to the rack picker at 80% of the post finishing cost price. Assume that the retailer was able to sell all the tables he purchased. We'll consider it in 2 parts. What is the cost and what is the selling price? What is the cost to the purchaser, retailer? He buys how many chairs? He buys 5 dozen chairs. So that's how many chairs? 60 chairs. He sells 13 table sets and he sells all the tables that he purchases. So that means that he purchases 13 tables. What is the cost per chair? See, it is 6,000 rupees per dozen. So 6,000 divided by 12 means it is 500 per chair. Plus he does some finishing. So that is 700 extra per chair. So sorry, 200 extra per chair. So 500 for the chair itself, 200 more for the finishing. What is the cost price per chair after finishing? That would be the cost price for a chair is equal to 700, 500 for purchasing, 200 for the finishing. At the table level, what is the cost? 5,000 for buying, 600 for finishing. So 5,000 plus 600. At the table level, the cost price of the table is how much? This is 5,600. What is the total cost price in this case then? Total cost price is 60 into 700 plus 13 into 5,600. How much is this? Can somebody quickly calculate and tell me? This is 42,000. This is how much? This is 65, 650 plus 6 times this would be 650 plus 78. This is 8, 12, 70, 728. So 72800. If I add these up together, I get this is equal to 800. This is 4 and this is 114,800. So the total cost price of buying the chairs, buying the tables, finishing them is how much? It is 114,800. What is the selling price for him? The selling price is, firstly, he sells the table sets at 10,000. So 13 table sets are going at the set selling price is 13 table sets at 10,000 per set. So directly he gets 130,000 there itself. In addition to that, how many of his chairs have sold, remain unsold? He has basically one table comes with 4 chairs. So 13 table sets will come with how many chairs? 13 into 4, that is 52. He has 60 chairs. 5 dozen is 60 chairs. So if he is selling 52 as part of the table set, how many spare chairs does he have? He has 60 minus 52, that is 8 spare chairs. So 8 spare chairs. What is the selling price of it? This is he is selling to the rag picker at 80% of the post-finishing cost price. What is the post-finishing cost price? That is 700. So he is selling it at 80% of 700. How much is this? This is 560. So the total selling price of these 8 spare chairs would be 560 into 8. This plus this 130,000 would give you the final value or the total amount that is there for all of them together. So what is the total selling price? This is 130K plus this is 4,000 plus 480, 4480. So this would be how much? 134480. This is the total selling price. We are asked what was the profit percentage. What is the profit percentage for the retailer approximately? I would say in such cases just use a calculator. I don't have a calculator, but I'll try to calculate without the calculator. So how much is this? Can somebody tell me without the calculator? I'll just try to reduce it so much a little bit. This divided by 114,800 minus 1 into 100%. So how much is this? If I cancel it out, this is 0, this will cancel. This is 6724 divided by 5740. Again, I can cancel this off. This is 3362. This is 2870. And cancel it off as 1681. This is 1435. I think I can't cancel any common factor after this. So this is basically 1681 divided by 1435. Just use a calculator, you will find this is like 1.171 something, 1.1714. So what would be the profit percentage? This is selling price by cost price. That minus 1 into 100%. So our total profit percentage would be 17.14%. We are asked what is the approximate value. Approximate value of these options, if I approximate it, I'll round it down. It will be 17%. Okay. So if you basically here, whenever multiple transactions are given, right? Ye bhi ho raha hai, wo bhi ho raha hai. We are selling part as scrap. just find out what is the total cost price, find out what is the total selling price, then you will have a very good idea of what the profit percentage is. You have to first separately calculate the overall cost price. Do not individually try to calculate profit percentage. No, that is stupid. First, total cost price you have to calculate, total selling price you have to calculate, then just use a calculator, get the profit percentage. Okay? Okay, so let's go to the last question of the day and we'll be done. So try to solve this one. This is, I would say, 7 on 10 difficulty, exact cat level question. Representation becomes messy. Basically, I will say that when you are calculating profit percentages, right, one thing that you should remember is that you do not go to profit until you have an idea of what is the total cost. You do not go to profit until you have an idea of what is the total selling price. A lot of times when people try to calculate like partial information, they make a mistake. Calculate just everything and then only go for profit calculation. I see a lot of more questions about profile, what colleges they can attend, what colleges they should apply to. One thing I'll suggest is one thing that we are offering as Cracku is offering is free mentorship. So you can go to Cracku's mentorship program, and we also offer a free slot to free users. So you can use that to actually talk to a mentor who has a lot of idea about which colleges to apply, what is the process, what exams you should take, what would be the kind of percentile that you should look for. So mentors have very, very good idea about that. So what I would say is that if you guys have a lot of these kind of questions, right, please go and book a mentorship slot. So I'll ask them to put the link to the mentorship slots. We also give a limited number of slots for free users. Most of our mentorship slots are for our premium users, but we also give a small limited number of slots for free users. Then you can talk to a mentor who has a lot of experience about like application processes, admissions, everything as such, and then you can get a good informed view of how to prepare for all of this. Okay, so they have put the link. Go and see our free CAT mentorship. Come on, guys. This is a. I didn't start the timer. Okay. Come on, guys. Try to solve this one. Okay, Sham has already gotten the answer. Has given one answer. I don't know whether it is right or not. But I want more of you to try to solve the answers. Question. Come on, more of you should solve profit and loss. This is very important topic. I want all of you to know at least how to solve it. I won't wait for the timer because clearly that I started late. But I'll give like 10 more seconds and then we'll start. Prem has gotten one answer and Sham has gotten it. Anybody else who is getting the answer? Anybody else who is getting a different answer? Yash also is getting 44. So are you guys like sure it is 44? Anybody else getting a different answer? Yes, Srimati, we start from the very basics. What I would suggest is that if you have started your preparation recently, quickly join a course because we have a course starting Monday. You need to get your concept coverage done very quickly. You need to solve thousands of questions. So I would say that at this point of time, speed and like clarity is very, very important because we have limited time on our hands. So don't spend too much time figuring out, okay, what should I study? If you are joining our batch, we have a new batch starting on Monday. Even if you're not joining our batch, what I would want to say to everybody who is preparing and who is starting now is that do not think what should I prepare on for a day-to-day basis. Have a schedule ready before you actually start your preparation. If you are actually looking for a schedule, just download the schedule of the batch that is starting on Monday. Just download that schedule and follow that schedule on by yourself also. Even that is okay. But don't go in without a schedule because the portion is huge. There's quite a lot of things to cover. And more importantly, you don't have to just cover the syllabus. You have to practice thousands of questions. So have a plan ready, action plan ready. If you want, you can download. It's free for everybody. You can download the schedule that the next batch will have so that you can then follow that schedule. Okay, there's a link that is given to the crash course. It starts on Monday, so do take a look at that. So let's see how to solve this one. In Saroja's saree shop, the mark price of each saree is X% above the cost of its procurement. She sells each saree after a discount of 25%. In addition, if someone buys a dozen sarees, she offers an extra saree for free and still makes a profit of 8% over the cost of procurement. If Saroja had sold the sarees without discounting, but with the offer of an extra saree for every dozen, then her profit percentage would have been. So here I have one saree extra for every 12 sarees. So it becomes kind of messy. The only way you can actually solve these kind of questions is that you assume you're selling 13 sarees, of which one is the extra one or the free one. Okay, so let us try to solve this where you have cost price for 13 sarees, of which one is the bonus saree. Okay, what is the cost price for all of this and what is the selling price for all of that? Okay, let us assume that the cost price is 100. Okay, CP of each saree is 100. So for 13 sarees, the total cost price is how much? This is equal to 1300. What is her overall profit that she makes on this 1300? We know that she makes 8% profit. So what is the total selling price of these 13 sarees? That is equal to 1300 into 1 plus 8%. How much is this? This is 13 into 108. That is equal to, this is 324 plus 1000. No. 1000. So this is equal to, no, 324 plus 1000, no, 1080. So how much is this? This is equal to 1404. So this is her total selling price. This is the total cost price. This is the total selling price. Okay. So how did we get this total selling price? Firstly, she's giving this free saree. So this total selling price is actually of the 12 sarees. And this total selling price is also coming after markup and discount. Firstly, this total selling price is of 12 sarees, right? The one saree that she's giving is bonus. So the whatever is the price that is coming per saree, I have to divide it across 12 sarees, not 13 sarees. So what is the selling price of one saree? This is 1404 divided by 12. How much is this? This is 120. So again 1, then 8, so 7. So that means that the total selling price is 117 per saree. Cost price is this much, selling price is this much. In the middle, we have that markup plus discounting. So how much is the discount? How much is the markup? So we have 117, the selling price is 100, the starting price, okay, into 1 plus X%, which is the markup, into 0.75, which is the 25% discount. If I take, it is 0.75, which is after discount price. So how much is X% because of this? This will become 1 plus X% is equal to 1.17 divided by 0.75. This is nothing other than, this is 3, like reverse of 3 by 4. So that is 4 by 3. This is how much? This is 0.3 and 27. 39 into 4. 39 into 4 is how much? This is equal to 1.2 plus 1.56. So 1 plus X% is 1.56. So what is the markup? The X% that we have, what is the markup? 1 plus X% is 1.56. So X% is 0.56 or X is 56%. So the markup that she is offering is of 56%. Now we are asked the next scenario, that you basically give this bonus saree but don't actually give the 25% discount. Then what would be the profit percentage? So here we will go back to our old idea. The old idea is cost price. Again, I am selling the 13 sarees. The cost price is still 1300. Here I am marking up by 56%. So I'll say that the selling mark price is how much? Mark price is equal to 1300 into 1.56. This is my price after the markup. And this I have to basically sell across for, this is for, I have to sell across 12 sarees. Okay. So this means that I have to recover it by 12 sarees. So how much would be the final profit percentage? So this divided by 12. Okay. This divided by 12 would be the final selling price. Okay. This is the selling price per saree. This divided by 100, so again I'll just put 1200 over here, minus 1, this is the profit percentage. How much is this? This, if I multiply this I'll cancel. How much is 13 into 1.56? 13 into 1.56. Actually, let me, no wait, I made a mistake over here, right? I made some mistake over here where I think we give the extra saree, we give the markup. So markup 1300 into 1.56 that we are giving. We are selling per saree, that is 1200. I made some mistake over here. I don't know what mistake I've done over here, but I have made some mistake over here because otherwise I'm getting a different value. What mistake I have made over here? Let me see. I made something that I've considered it incorrectly. So 1.56% is the markup. Okay. So what is the mark price per saree? Mark price per saree is 100 rupees saree becomes 156 rupees saree. Okay. 156 rupees saree. I am not giving any discount. I am saying take it for 156 rupees. But the total selling price, this will be only for 12 sarees because I'm only going to consider it for 12 sarees. I did it ulta. I multiplied by 1300 instead of dividing, and that 12 should be in the numerator, 13 should be in the denominator. So the total selling price is 156 into 12. What is the total cost price for us? That is 1300. So what is the profit percentage? Percentage profit is total selling price divided by total cost price minus 1 into 100%. How much is this for our given this? The total cost price remains 1300. It doesn't change. Total selling price is 156 into 12 divided by 1300 minus 1 into 100%. This 156 is essentially 12 into 13. So this is 100, this is 12. So this is 144 by 100, or I can say that 1.44 minus 1 into 100%. So this is how much? This is 44%. I multiplied and divided it incorrectly, but the correct answer is 44%. Okay. So the answer is option D. So always remember, write down I was trying to do the shortcut, write down the total selling price properly. When you try to write down the total selling price, you will know that you have to multiply by 12, not by 13. Write down the total cost price properly. Total cost price is 1300. Then you will not make a mistake. The minute you try to skip steps, right, you will make some error in your calculation. Okay, so the correct answer is option D, 44. And this is basically how you solve. In arithmetic, you should have near 100% accuracy. The only time I see myself make mistakes in arithmetic is if I try to either skip steps or try to do some kind of in calculation. I'll tell you, okay, I'll spend 3 minutes getting near to the answer, and in the last 1 minute I'll make some kind of calculation mistake because I skip steps in the calculation. So make sure that your accuracy in arithmetic does not falter. You always get it right, especially if you have given time to a question. You should not make a mistake there. So this is how you solve arithmetic questions. We will be having another live session next Saturday. So do let us know what kind of live session you want, whether you want it from Quant, LRDI, from whatever you want, just let us know. And if you have any more questions, we'll answer now. But this was the last question, and after this, we'll end today's stream. Okay. Bit differently, since everything is being multiplied initially. 1 plus x by this into 3 by 4 into 12 by 13 is equal to 100 by n. We remove the discount, so it becomes this. Okay, 44. That's also good, Prem. If you're able to do that also, that is good. Then you should know exactly why that is happening. There should be clarity in your mind of what all steps are there. Because if I put a long equation like that, then a lot of people feel that, okay, how did this come? So I generally break it up. But if you're comfortable having that one go equation, always will end up saving you a lot of time. Okay, guys. So if there is any doubt, ask me now. Otherwise, we'll end today's session. Okay. So with that, we'll end today's session. So bye, guys, and see you next Saturday.